Hello and welcome to Pokemon Stadium! If you watched the first part of my Pokemon Yellow Let's Play, you would know that this is a crossover playthrough between the two games. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, Pokemon Stadium is a game for the Nintendo 64, and it goes kind of alongside the Game Boy games, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, because the N64 has a controller adapter here, which allows me to plug in my Game Boy cartridge into the controller. So that's pretty cool. I can bring all of my Pokemon from this game into Pokemon Stadium. And what it essentially allows you to do is use these old Pokemon that were normally just sprites and use them for actual 3D battles, as you can see right here. Very, very cool. And some things we do in this playthrough will directly affect our Pokemon Yellow playthrough, and some things we do in Pokemon Yellow will cross over into this one as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy both of these series. But let's go right into things. You can see right there I have my Pokemon Yellow cartridge plugged in. I just did that like an hour ago. I made the episode. So real quick on the menu, let's quickly go over some things here. You have Event Battle, which lets you battle using the Game Boy packs plugged into your controller, so you can battle your friends or whatever. We have Battle Now, which simply will drop you in with 6 random Pokemon. You can fight a computer or a friend. It's very nice to get in if you're new to Pokemon. Just hop in there and play. We have Options, which is pretty limited. I mean, we have Sound, we have Voice. You can delete your save data, which I'm not going to do. You have Gallery here, which allows you to take pictures of your Pokemon. There's some nuances to this, which I'll go into later. I probably will have a bonus episode dedicated to the Gallery, because there's some interesting things. But what we're going to focus on here is Pokemon Stadium. This is where the big meat of the game is. There's a bunch of modes. In Pokemon Yellow, I showed off the Game Boy Tower. We also have Free Battle, which is simply battle to your heart's content. No rewards for it, just go in and battle. We have the Kids Club, which is a collection of mini-games, which I'll have an episode dedicated to at some point. We have the Hall of Fame, or the Victory Palace, which is basically at the bottom it shows you. It's just you win, and it gets you some statues to represent your winning Pokemon. We have the Pokemon Lab, which lets you trade or organize items. A bunch of things that is really useful if you have one of the Game Boy games to go along with it. I'll show this later as well. One of the big parts of the game here is Gym Leader Castle. You can battle all of the gym leaders from the game, so I'll be doing that at some point. But for now, I'm going to focus on Stadium. This is the main part of the game, and what I'm going to be doing today. So it's separated into 4 cups. We have the Petite Cup, we have Pika Cup, Prime Cup, and Poke Cup. Each one has their own sets of levels and their own rules, but today I'm going to start off with the Poke Cup. And this particular cup is separated by 4 difficulties. We have Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, and Master Ball. Now the thing is, Master Ball is really difficult, but Pokeball, Great Ball, and Ultra Ball are all not that bad. So I was thinking, what can I possibly do to make this more interesting? And what I've decided to do is actually let you guys pick the teams that I use. Now, I obviously can't just ask you guys what to use for Pokeball because I'm recording the episode right now. So I actually asked on Twitter and I got a team which I will use. But what I want you guys to do right now, if you're interested, go down to the link below. I have a link to Cerebi, where I post all of the Pokemon you can choose, all of their stats, all of their movesets. I want you guys to pick 6 Pokemon and leave them in a comment for the Great Ball division, because that's what I'll be doing next time. So, one thing, I want to point out a few things before we get to there. Let's go to the battle. You could choose Pokemon from your actual cartridge, but all of the Pokemon here are going to be level 50, and the guys I have are like level 8 right now. So what I'm going to do is use Rentals, which allows you to pick basically any Pokemon in the game aside from, well, Mew and Mewtwo. Everything else is fair game, including the legendary birds. You can see we even have them. But for Pokeball, Great Ball, and Ultra Ball, like I said, it's kind of easy. So when you guys decide to make a team, if you decide to try to make one, what I want you to do is make it kind of varied, maybe show some underrepresented Pokemon, and don't just stack it with a bunch of really strong Pokemon, because that would just make it too easy and kind of boring. So the team I'm going to use here today, I'll stop rambling and let's actually get to some gameplay, is from the other Holly on Twitter. And I'll just go ahead and put the team together here. First of all, we're going to start off with Bulbasaur. You can see the moveset pop up when I pick them. We also are going to use CUBONE. Where are you, CUBONE? I guess I should point out real quick, certain Pokemon actually have better moves when they're unevolved. You can see Kadabra has Psychic, where Alakazam only has Psybeam, so sometimes using the fully evolved Pokemon, not necessarily the best way to go. But anyways, let's go get CUBONE, if I can remember where it is. There you are. I'm also going to use Lapras down here. Kangaskhan, which I don't... Oh, there we go. Mr. Mime and Poliwhirl are going to round this off. So I thought this is a pretty cool team. It's got a lot of type coverage. It's quite varied, uses a lot of underrepresented Pokemon, and I don't think it's going to be too overpowered for the Poke Cup. Now, the Poke Cup is easy enough that you can pretty much use anything and be fine. But let's see how this team fares. If it fails, well, crud. Looks like we have a bunch of poison and fighting types, so I'm going to use Mr. Mime to start with. Psychic is good against all those types. Let's see. I think I'll also use Kangaskhan and Lapras just to get some bulk. Maybe not the best choices because the fighting types will be good against both ice and against my normal type, so I didn't think that one through. But I think Mr. Mime's going to handle this pretty well. Now, the best part about this game is the announcer. He is the best thing ever in a video game, I'm telling you. But just a heads up, guys, Pokemon Stadium is like all battles. The whole game is Pokemon battles, and I'm not going to cut any of them out because, I mean, that would be just cutting out the game. The game is battles. So if you're not into just watching battle after battle, this series might not be for you, but, I mean, that's what it is. Alright, he's got his Machop out. You can see they kind of use weird nicknames sometimes. But I think Mr. Mime's going to be able to sweep this team pretty easily. Now, you might have noticed before I got into this battle, each cup is separated into 8 battles. And because the battles take a little bit of time, I'm probably going to be doing 4 battles per episode. So 2 battles per cup. Or 2 episodes per cup. I think that'll work out pretty well. And the third Pokemon here, wow, he used all 3 fighting types. I don't know if Mr. Mime's faster than Hitmonlee. I hope he is. Mr. Mime's pretty bulky, though. I think even if he goes first... No, I go first. Okay. I think even if he hit me, I probably could have tanked it and lived. Will that one-shot him, though? Yes, it will! Alright, the first battle. Mr. Mime just completely wrecked everything, man. Just one-shot all those scrubs. Good job, Mr. Mime. Well, this team is working out so far, but we have 3 more battles to do today. So we'll see how it holds up. Kangaskhan and Lapras just kind of chilled in the back. You see, there we got a perfect. That means none of my Pokemon fainted, and for doing that, we get a continue. So if I happen to lose at some point, I can use that continue to continue and not have to start all over. Battle 2 is against Rocker. Looks like he's got electric types and some grass types as well. I kind of want Cubone for the electrics, but it'll be bad against the grass. I can also hold down the R button to check my moveset here. Looks like Kangaskhan has Dizzy Punch, Surf, Thunderbolt. Okay, I think I'm going to start with Cubone. Oh, he does have Blizzard, which could help against the grass types. I'm going to start with Cubone, and I'll have Mr. Mime as a backup against the grass types, and I'll have Kangaskhan as a backup as well. So we'll see how that works. If he throws out a grass type, I don't think I'm going to risk using Blizzard on Cubone. I'll just switch to something else. But let's go. Come on, give me an electric type. Okay, we're starting off with Magnemite. Now, Cubone is ground type, so he will be immune to any of their moves, and ground will be super effective as well. One thing I want to point out... Oh, he's switching! No! Probably going right to a grass type. But one thing I want to point out before you guys freak out, you might notice some of their Pokemon have different colors, and that's not because they're shiny. Shiny Pokemon were not introduced until Generation 2, and Pokemon Stadium is still considered Gen... Whoa, I one-shot it, dude! Take that, grass type! Screw your switch, bro. But Pokemon Stadium is still considered Generation 1. So, shinies are not... they don't exist yet. However, in this game, your colors will be altered depending on your nickname. Okay, so he's got 2 more electric types, so I can just spam Earthquake. Cubone's gonna wreck right now. But if you watched Pokemon Yellow Part 1, you would have heard me say that the nicknames are kind of significant, and that's why, because the nicknames can affect your color. So, I guess we'll see what colors we get when we get into the game. A lot of them are pretty similar to the defaults, but sometimes you get some kind of cool looking stuff, so who knows what we'll get. And he's just going to send that Magnemite back out. This should be no challenge. Cubone is wreck. I am liking this team so far. So thank you, Holly, for making this. Alright, let's do that Earthquake. I think I'm faster. Magnemite is pretty slow. Earthquake, that should one-shot. I think in future games, Magnemite gets Levitate, so I can't actually Earthquake it, but in this game, abilities don't exist, so... Kaboom! I win! There we go! Good job, Cubone. I love Cubone too, he's so cute! He's so cute! And a second perfect. 2 battles, 2 perfects. I mean, the Poke Cup is easy. Stuff is really going to start getting more difficult once we get to the Ultra Ball, but Pokeball and Great Ball, kind of easy. But that's okay. That's why I want you guys to make teams, just to make it more interesting, so I don't, like, plan everything. Alright, so we have two fighting types. We have Ghastly, who is, I believe, poison type, which means that he'll also be weak to Psychic. I think I will start off with Mr. Mime, but just in case he sends out Drowsy or Clefairy, I'll probably do Kangaskhan just for some physical damage. And finally, I'll go ahead and use Poliwhirl, just in case he throws out Geodude, I can switch to a water type, which should help out with that. So, let's see what he starts off with. Got Drowsy. Oh, man. I don't think I want to just battle him straight up Psychic versus Psychic. I could, but it'll take a long time. So let me just swap over to Kangaskhan. I don't know how well Kangaskhan's going to tank any kind of Psychic attack, though. But I think Drowsy normally starts off with a Hypnosis. Is Poliwhirl part fighting? I don't think he gets fighting type until he's Poliwrath, so I don't think I'll be affected by Psychic too much. But he's going to try to put me to sleep. Ah, I'm asleep. And sleep sucks in Gen 1, because in future generations, how sleep works is every turn you have a chance to wake up, and you can attack the same turn you wake up. In Gen 1, look, I woke up, I don't get to attack, but thankfully he's doing Dream Eater, which will only hit if I'm asleep, so that's going to miss. But yeah, sleep is really annoying in Gen 1. But since I'm faster, I should be able to just whap him. Hopefully... Is he switching? Come on, man! Why do they gotta swap? I just wanted to punch him. Let me guess, Geodude. Oh, he's using a Ghost type. So I can't actually hit him with my normal move. Darn it, man. Okay. Let's see. Do I have any moves? I mean, I have Surf and Thunderbolt, but the thing is, Kangaskhan's special stat kind of sucks. Let me try Surf just to see if I can at least do half. I'm faster at least. Look at the little baby, that's so cute. And this game will just put into perspective... Oh, that was so bad. But this game really puts into perspective just how big certain Pokemon are. Look how big Ghastly is compared to Kangaskhan. They are just going to keep putting me to sleep. I'm going back to Mr. Mime because this is ridiculous. I'm just hoping that he doesn't just swap back to stinking Drowsy. Alright, here you go, Mr. Mime. I'm fairly certain Ghastly's part poison, so I should be able to do good damage to it with Psychic. What's he doing here? Oh, okay, so this guy just spams Dream Eater on all his Pokemon, it looks like. Which is totally fine, because I'm not asleep right now. Ghastly's animations take a long time, because he makes the game lag, but... Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be faster. I am! Alright! This might be super effective, come on! Yes, super effective. Kill him? Yes, got him. Okay, one down. Now, if he goes back to Drowsy, I can safely swap to something else. Though, unfortunately, Kangaskhan is already asleep, but if he uses Drowsy, he'll probably cast Hypnosis. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Kangaskhan. If he uses Hypnosis, it's not going to matter because I'm already asleep. So this should be fun. Let's go. A change of Pokemon indeed. In before he predicted this and he just uses Dream Eater. What? Metronome? It's changing its type? Oh, crud. So now he's a normal type. I don't have any fighting type moves to take advantage of that, though. Because normal is weak to fighting. Do I wake up at least? He's probably going to use Dream Eater on me now. Yeah, Dream Eater is like Absorb. It'll do damage and it'll heal you. Thankfully, he hasn't taken any damage, so he's not going to actually get healed. But that's some good damage right there. I really need to wake up right now, because I don't know if my other Pokemon can deal with Drowsy that well. Come on, dude, wake up, you little crud. Oh, man. Let's see, the first one did, what was that, 64 damage? Yeah, I cannot take a third one. If I don't wake up, I'm screwed. I'm rolling my dice right now, hoping that I wake up, because I think sleep can last up to 5 turns. I woke up, good, good. Okay, so here comes the Dream Eater, not going to matter. I'll use Dizzy Punch, hopefully one-shot it. I probably won't. He'll use Hypnosis. And if he sends me back to sleep, then I'll swap out. So let's just go ahead and do Dizzy Punch. And he still has one more Pokemon in reserve, so I don't know what that's going to do to me. Ooh, did I confuse him? I don't know if I did. No, that's just the animation. Hopefully Hypnosis doesn't put me to sleep. Fail? Oh, it didn't fail. I could risk not waking up, or I could just swap. I think swapping is going to be the better idea right now. Mr. Mime can deal with whatever's in the back, probably, because there's a chance that it's going to be something I'm super effective against. So let's just go and use Poliwhirl right now. He's going to try to use Dream Eater, and I might be faster, so I could probably just sneak in some kind of attack. So that'll miss. Alright, what can I do? I do have Earthquake. Alright. If I go first, this should kill him. Go first? Yes! Okay. If this doesn't kill, that's pathetic. This should definitely kill. It does. Good, good. Now let's just see what his last Pokemon is. I still have all three of mine, so I could get a perfect here. But Kangaskhan is asleep and down to 40 HP, so that's not exactly a good position to be in. Oh, we have Clefairy. Good, so I think Earthquake will do some good damage against this. Because Clefairy's not exactly super high defense. Let's see how this does. Critical hit, too. That might even one-shot. Oh, not quite. Oh, wow! A Metronome into Hypnosis? Are you kidding me? His team just loves Hypnosis, but it missed. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Let's just use Earthquake again. That's so funny, dude. His entire team is built around Hypnosis. He uses Metronome, which is a move that uses a random move. And it gets Hypnosis anyways. I can't believe that. Alright, guys, but the third victory with the third perfect. I'm going to do one more battle, because like I said, I'm going to do 4 battles per video. And those 3 were pretty easy, but I had to do some swapping around there just because all these sleeps and the ghost types and crud. Who's going to be the 4th battle? Alright. We have to fight, looks like a beauty. And she's going to have a bunch of water types and a couple of ground types as well. So I think that, let's see. Who could I use? Wow, okay. I might actually just use Lapras because I can use Solar Beam. If I need to. Kangaskhan's good too. Surf and Thunderbolt's a good coverage for that. But my special stat's kind of weak. They're only 61. So I'm going to start with Lapras. I'll also do Kangaskhan. No, actually, this is a good chance for Bulbasaur. So I'll do Bulbasaur, Lapras, and Kangaskhan. I think Bulbasaur's grass moves will be good against all of those enemies. So we'll start off with him. This should not be a tough battle at all. Kind of an interesting Horsey color there because the name is different. Let's just do Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf has a pretty high chance to crit. Oh, they have Blizzard and they're faster than me. This might be bad. Oh, super effective. How much is it going to do? Not quite one shot, but I'll have to swap after this if I don't kill. Darn it, Bulbasaur. Critical hit is good because, like I said, Razor Leaf has a high crit chance. And it one-shots. Nice! So they're going to send their next Pokemon out. I don't know if I should swap. I'll see what it is first, and I'll see if I think my speed will be higher. Bulbasaur is a little bit slow. Oh, Staryu is really fast. The question is, will he have a Blizzard? If he doesn't have Blizzard, I'll be fine. But if he does, I'm screwed. So you know what? I'm going to swap to Lapras and do Solar Beam. Because if he uses Blizzard on Lapras, not a big deal. It's not going to do much damage. Okay. I'll just go ahead and use Solar Beam. Oh, he just had Surf. I could have stayed in with Bulbasaur. Darn it, man. Because Surf is not good against the grass type. Oh, well, not a big deal. But I'll just go ahead and use Solar Beam. This will take an extra turn to charge, though. That's kind of how it works. Oh, no. He's raising his evasion. If my Solar Beam misses, I'm going to be so upset. Alright, at least we're building up some energy here. If this doesn't miss, it should one-shot. If it does miss, then I just wasted 2 turns. He's using it again. Come on, dude. I just know this is going to miss, knowing my luck. I mean, if you watched Pokemon Yellow, you saw I used Thunder Shock and missed 3 times. Oh, it didn't miss! Okay. One shot? Yeah, there we go. I am so lucky that did not miss. Holy crud. Last Pokemon. Bring it on. We have to fight right on. That is going to be so easy. I'm just going to use Surf. I think I have Surf. No, I don't. Ice Beam is good too, though. Ice Beam will be super effective. Solar Beam would be 4 times effective, but I think Ice Beam is as well. I'm not sure. This should one-shot it, though. Ice Beam is really good. And got it! Alright, guys. So we defeated the first 4 battles in the Pokeball Poke Cup division. So the other Holly's team is working out pretty good. I mean, of course, Pokeball is easy. And this is the first half. The second half is always more difficult than the first half. So next episode will probably be a little bit more challenging, but won't get too bad in the Pokeball division. With there we go, guys. That is going to be it for this episode. Go leave your teams down below, like I mentioned, for the Great Ball if you're interested. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.